My name is Hutcherson, and I'm a youth representative.
I'm Lois Shields, and I pay for my salary.
I'm Hemsworth, I get it.
And I'm Morris for Katniss.
Josh Hutcherson, but Peter. Francis Lawrence Director.
Okay, we have a question right here.
For any other actors, we can talk about this as well. I mean, obviously, this is a work of fiction, but is there some interesting subject matters that are discussed in this? And this final movie, it's almost about you have to go to war and solve your problem. And I don't say the word violence, but for a better term, it has to be. I think he even says at one point, we have to kill everybody and get the result. So if you
didn't say it.
Can you just talk a little bit about that aspect of the film, that retribution, and what we kind of sometimes have to do to resolve the problem?
Well, I think that there were a lot of books that went by about war. We held up for as long as we could. It's obviously a fictional story, but a fictional government. I think that at the bare minimum, we hope an audience walks away, and especially a young audience would walk away from these movies is to think and not follow the beat, frankly. But yes, the bare minimum what we're trying to do is inspire people to think.
I also think a lot about the consequence of war. It's about all the efforts that were made and all the things that went wrong to get to the point that you had to go to war. And so stopping it before it gets to that point, I think that's what's about seeing how everything went wrong and how extreme it had to become and how good it stopped earlier.
Question right here.
For Jen, William, and Josh, now that we're going to be parting ways, to do our projects. Jen, what are you going to miss about Josh, and Liam and Josh, what are you going to miss about Jen?
Well, I don't really, we're best friends. So we still see each other all the time. So I don't miss seeing them because, we all still hang out. But I do miss acting with them because that's really horrible thing that happens where we can't make eye contact. I just can't without laughing. And I don't have that challenge in any other movie with any other actors that I work with. Normally I can make eye contact with actors and finish scenes, and that is a challenge that I would miss.
Jen definitely creates a really great vibe on the sets, so I think that's going to be missed on future projects. She always kind of makes everybody, I think because this career is I think because she just acts so crazy and genuine that she makes other people around her feel free to be themselves, and that's something that is kind of rare to find, especially from an actress on the set, I feel like. So, it's still so weird. That's on the set, sure.
Person with the mic over here.
Hi, I'm from Germany. For all of you, Jay has this franchise with you, very courageous and outspoken in real life.
Well, I think for some of us, we kind of had to, because people were looking up to us and asking us questions, and all of a sudden, a lot of the world was listening. So, in a lot of ways, we had to kind of step up.
Yeah, doing something like this, you really get thrown into it. You get forced to grow up in certain ways and stuff to play. I think we all care about setting a good example and move on. Yeah, it's just something that you get thrown into so quickly.
Question right here.
For Jonathan, how would you guys compare the intensity of Hollywood and show business to the Hunger Games? And are there any good people in your life that are comparable to the characters you film?
So there's definitely crazy people. Real often.
Certainly are. People in Hollywood that are crazy here, just like you now.
That's right. The guy we know that guy who looks just like the guy who dresses you in.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's in costume when he's not.
That's the same guy.
I don't know. I mean, I guess there's certain pressures, but we don't really feel the pressure. Like again, Josh, Liam, and I live on our own island in LA. So it's not like I don't really feel the pressures of Hollywood. We just kind of are always like, we in South Malibu.
Hi, it's a question for you, Senator from Australia. Could you just talk personally about what it's like for you to say goodbye to Liv? And also Australian fans can't wait for the film. Can you have any message for the Australian fans?
Yeah, I think it was, for all of us, it was extremely emotional to have this project come to an end. And I think we're all really lucky to have made such good friends and shared such a special experience together. And, it's a crazy world to be thrown into an amazing project to be a part of, and to really grow up together. We're all, what was it, 5 or 6 years ago? That's a long time ago. I think about the person I was then and the person I am now. All of us have grown up so much and changed so much. And this will always be such a really special time in my life. I think. Hello, Australia.
Question right here.
Hi, I'm James from Brazil. I want to ask you for experience of you. What is your power world in this moment?
What I say, what movie?
Our world.
I think there's a lot. I mean, I think you have the power to move the a lot in this movie, this influence over people, and how powerful a tool or weapon that can be. You have the dangers of extreme control and power and suppression of culture with the government. I think those are probably, and glorified violence, I think, is another thing that is pretty big, especially in the first couple of days. I think that's pretty big. And the dangers of the separation between the 99% and 1% and that disparity that's growing, and there's a cautionary tale about the way things could go and everything.
Nina or Francis, do you want to address some of the dangerous scenes of the movie, particularly referred to?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think some of the ideas that we really get into in Mockingjay Part 2 are finally the consequences and complexities of war, the things that Josh was speaking about earlier, and the idea of a sort of gray quality of war too, that it's confusing and it's complex and it's never an easy decision whether a war is needed or not, and even if one is needed, there's going to be consequence. And unfortunately, we're surrounded by war all the time, and so I think the themes hit.
It's also that once you disrupt the story that the establishment wants to tell, anything can happen, and change becomes possible if people are brave enough to pursue it. And the Capitol has complete control over the media in the first movie, and Katniss begins to break that with Peeta at the end of the first movie. And over the course of this revolution, who is in charge of the media and what they do with it becomes enormously important to the outcome. And it is only sort of through the pursuit of truth and the defiance of the system that our characters ultimately create change. But it doesn't come easily. But I think that mindfulness is something very potent that this material, I think, raises and I think the audience really understand.
Great question right here, and panelists can lean in. I think we're having trouble with the mic. Question right here.
Question for Jennifer Lawrence. Jen, I saw you and Mrs. Bill Murray backstage. Were words exchanged, and have you guys encountered each other before?
I have been, I'm the rest of the world, been a huge fan of Bill Murray for a really long time. I always wanted to meet him, and I just spoke to him through Woody Harrelson. I would send emails to Woody, mostly when I was drunk, of things that I always wanted to say to Bill Murray, and so he received them. I don't know where you are. Where it's so confusing. You have the microphone. It's like the voice of God. So just the fact that Bill Murray knows that I exist was part one. Part two, he wanted to speak to me, and then he mentioned something about us working together. Yeah, that was cool.
Question right here.
I hope you're still having microphone problems.
Hello, Jennifer. This is a question for you. I think I'm right here with one hand.
Oh, God, it's so sorry.
At the end of the presentation back in the hall, it looks like you were mouthing to Leanne, I am so hungry. Is that what you said? And also, are the three of you on group text together?
Yeah, we are, and on the last day, I started a whole entire Hunger Games group text. We didn't stick around. Yeah, lots of group text, but Josh, Lee, and I are, yes. I did say that I was hungry, and I did eat a panini and some crackers and a wrap and a digest. And then I tried to grab French fries, and this stern lady literally swatted my hand away and went, no! And I was like, I didn't talk to you like that's the first movie. I don't like it.
Question right here in the front row?
Yeah, this is a question for Jennifer Lawrence. Do you think that Katniss actually believes in the revolution in some way, or do you think she's just playing her role and just going to do something to be expected of her? Do you think she actually knows what she's doing anymore, or she's just being manipulated?
I think that for a long time, I wouldn't say that it was manipulated, I would call it more of a sense of survival. I don't think that there was really believable hope of a revolution. At the beginning of Katniss' story, I think she was trying to save her sister, and she was trying to save herself, and then PETA, and waking up in District 13 changed things, losing PETA changed things, and I believe that she kind of grows into her position and takes control of her own destiny and in that revolution. I think that for a while. Long.
But she wouldn't give up being Mockingjay safe for us in the first Mockingjay.
Yes, because it does. Yes, I know. Because as I said, it's a growing, developing thing. She was a young girl and was just trying to survive and scared, and I don't think that she really wanted to. I don't think that there was ever, the whole movie is about the consequence of war and how important it is to kind of try to avoid something like that. I don't think that that's something that I really love about the second movie, because that's when she takes power and decides that she does want to be Mockingjay, that she does believe in his cause. But it took many years and many books to get there.
It's also there's a difference between being a warrior and being the symbol of revolution. And Katniss is inherently a character who wants to take action and to do what needs to be done. And I think doesn't always want to have to be, the soundbite or the poster child. So I think she might be willing to give up being the Mockingjay, but not give up being revolutionary.
Exactly.
Question back there?
Hi, Dr. Becker. This
Thank you.
Hi. This is sadly going to be, this is an old town on stage. This is going to be the last time her names to come to Comic-Con. And I want to know what you feel about that. What's your Comic-Con experience been like, and how you feel about that?
Do you want to just make us like cry up here? Because everybody keeps saying it's like the final, and I was like, oh no.
The nail in the coffin. For me, it's been amazing, and coming to Comic-Con is like the central hub for fandom, and so you kind of step into this world and they get to use the big Hall H panel and everything. It's so cool, and then to bring these movies that people are so passionate about to them, and then get to have the whole cast here and get to have some kind of interaction with them. It's really rewarding for us, I think, and for me personally. I don't know, you guys. But no, it's really great. It's definitely sad to know that we're not really active with this. For sure.
I love her.
Yeah, Comic-Con is always fun.
It's always
Yeah. Good energy.
I'm Regina. My question is for Kim. Your character, Dale, has a little bit of a different path than kind of Johnny's character and Josh's character. And so my question is, how did you go about, how did you choose that? Or did you need to understand where Dale ended up, and without spoilers, of course, where he ended up and how he got there, and feel to kind of take that path and opposite of where they started?
Yeah, I think that was sort of right where he wants to be right now. You know, I mean, he's an emotional, strong-willed, independent, angry young man. You know, a lot of things matter to him. You know, that made him feel the way he feels. And his biggest motivation, his biggest drive now is to take down the capital. That's all he's really thinking about. I think his focus becomes less about Katniss and more about winning this war. You know, he's kind of a little bit of a ticking time bomb in a way, I guess, you know, because it's just, he sees red, you know, this is why you see the disagreement in opinions between Katniss and Gavin in this one, because they have very different views about what's acceptable in war and what's still right and wrong. And he's sort of going to do anything to, you know, to end this problem. But it was definitely, it was a great kind of journey to take after, you know, the last few movies. You know, I've really seen on sidelines and sort of having to kind of watch it all happen. You know, now this is his chance to sort of get in there and get back at it all.
Question right here.
For Jennifer, Josh, and Mia, how do you feel like your characters are involved with these hospital problems?
I mean, for me, like, I was really attracted to Peter's kind of arc throughout the story. You know, I think he starts as more quiet and kind of not so secure in himself, and you know, has a hard family life and everything, and then once he kind of confesses to Katniss and sort of empowers himself in a way. And then in Mockingjay 1 and 2, you know, he gets pretty messed up. He gets taken by the Capitol and is tortured and brainwashed and all these things, and then to kind of have him come out of that and have the recovery process. So really like kind of up and down of it, and so it's great for me, but it's really fun to kind of get to show off the experience that he has.
Does anyone else want to talk about their character's evolution, maybe Willow, and your character, Rose, particularly part 2?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I started when I was 10, so I didn't even know how to form a sentence when I was 10 years old.
Oh my God,
I was missing a lot of teeth and teeth issues. So a lot of things that changed.
She was the first one.
She did.
Character like that, you remember that?
I know. It was, yeah. It's crazy to think about, because when you go from 10 to 15 and playing the same character and going back and filming each movie every year is an incredible experience, and it is really sad to not have that anymore. Because I felt like it was just something that I knew was going to happen every year. Like, I'm going to go back and I'm going to film the next one, you know what I mean? So it's weird to not have that anymore. But the evolution of Frank has really been amazing for me to read the books and to kind of try and portray as best as I can. I feel like her evolution is really amazing to watch because she really grows up a lot and she's really there for Katniss in the last 2 films, I think.
Yep.
Can I talk
You're there.
now?
Oh, yeah.
We have time for one more question right here.
Hi, Jennifer, this question is for you. Katniss is one of the most powerful female characters we've ever seen on screen. During the panel, Josh kind of joked that you being 24 is like 4 years old in Hollywood. Do you feel like there are, since this has come out, but do you feel like there are more opportunities for women nowadays? Opportunities for women on the screen, just in terms of like the actors, lead roles?
I would hope so. Well, that's risky. I'm starting this new thing. I tried to develop a filter. I'm working on it. And right now I'm managing on this. Could blow people's hair back in a good way. Or I'm going to get to my last night. Yeah, I would hope so. You know, I think there's somebody who's got a WhatsApp from Kusum Taylor at his 2015
What's going on?
I am telling. I would hope that there are more opportunities for women.
sometimes it's hard to, once you get to, I was having a conversation with somebody about the struggles of kind of weight in the industry, because I know that's something that I talk nonstop about, and they said, but all of the main movie stars are really underweight. All of you guys, and I said, well, yeah, because once you get to a certain place, people will hire you, and they just want you to be in the movies, so they don't care. It's more about the struggle for the actors and actresses who have not made it to a certain place where they're hired, no matter what, there's a lot of pressure, and I feel like I'm not really at a place where I could complain or speak of not getting enough roles, because I'm very lucky and I have a lot of opportunities that I would be interested to hear someone who's not in two franchises answer that question, because I'm not really in a place to fully understand it. Am I ever going to come back on that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Great, thank you all so much.